Hello students, I hope you are doing well and staying safe during this period, and I hope you all are enjoying your online classes too. So students, today we are going to start with your new chapter, that is physical and chemical changes. And I know you all are very well familiar with these terms, physical change and chemical change. We have studied in class 6 about the physical changes, chemical changes, reversible changes and irreversible changing. So start with a quick recap. What is a reversible change? A reversible change is a change in which we can get the original substance back in its original form. For example, ice changing to water. If we take out the ice and keep it outside for some time, the ice will melt and change into water. And if we'll keep the water in the refrigerator for some time, so it will again changes into ice. So it is an example of a reversible change. Irreversible changes are the changes in which we cannot get back the substance in its original form. For example, if we burn a paper, so in that, when we burn a paper changes into ash. So ash is totally different from the paper, and we cannot get back the paper from the ash. So that is a irreversible change. Now come to physical and chemical changes. What is a physical change? A change which is temporary and in which no new substance is formed is called a physical change. Most physical changes are reversible. Take the example like bursting of a balloon, or again I'm giving the same example, changing of ice into water. In these examples, when the ice changes into water, we can again get back ice from the water by keeping it in the refrigerator. So what kind of change is this? This is a physical change because there is no new substance formed in it. When ice changes to water or water changes to ice, no new substance is formed, only there is a change in the state of water. So what kind of change is this? This is a physical change. These changes are temporary, means they take place for a small shorter time and there is no new substance formed in these kinds of reaction, and most of the times these changes are reversible. Some physical changes are irreversible also. For example, breaking of a glass tumbler. It is a physical change but an irreversible change, because if a glass breaks down, so we cannot get back the glass in its original form back. Or tearing of a paper, where we cannot get back the paper. So these are the physical changes. Now take some examples like bursting a balloon. Take a balloon, fill some air in it and then burst it. After bursting, what happens? Did you get any new substance? No. Balloon is ballooned only, but earlier it was a balloon, now it is a burst balloon. So there is no new substance formed. It is an example of physical change. Tearing of paper, in which we tear the paper into smaller pieces, but no new substance again is formed. Stretching of a spring. When we stretch a spring, it increases in its size, but if you will drop it, then it will again take its position back and its shape back. That means it is also a physical change. Changes in state of water. Solid changes into liquid, liquid changes into vapors. For example, ice changes into water. If we heat the water, water will start boiling and it will change into water vapors. This is again a physical change and is a reversible change. Inflating and deflating of a balloon. If you take a balloon and fill air in it, after some time it will take out the air from the balloon. So the shape of the balloon definitely will change, but there will be no new substance formed. So these all are the examples of the physical changes. Effects of the physical changes. Now what are the effects of the physical changes on the objects on which it takes place? Like it can change in shape of the object, or it can change the size of the object, or it can change the state of the object. Like in the case of water, State change, solid states to liquid, liquid to vapors, again vapors to liquid and liquids to solid. So this is the change in state. Change in shape. Change in shape we can see in the case of inflating and deflating of a balloon or bursting a balloon. Size also you can consider the change in the size in deflating and inflating a balloon and stretching of a spring or of a rubber band. When we stretch a rubber band, it elongates, and if we will leave it, then if we will leave stretching it, then it will again regain its shape and size. So these all are the examples as well as the effects of physical changing on different objects. Next, we'll talk about the chemical changes. Now, as you know, chemical changes are the changes in which a new substance is formed, and this kind of change is a permanent change. Can you give me some examples? Okay, we'll discuss some examples of the chemical changes. Like a very common example is rusting of iron, bursting of crackers, cooking of food, burning of fuels, and burning of paper. These all are the examples of the chemical changes. Like burning of paper. When you burn a paper, what happens? The paper changes into ash. Now, ash is totally a new substance. It is a different substance from the paper, and we cannot get back the paper from the ash. So, this is an example of chemical change. And also, when the paper burns, smoke is released, heat and light are given out. That means it is a chemical change. Burning of fuels. When the fuel burns, when coal, diesel, petrol burns, they produces heat. So this is again a chemical change. Cooking of food. When we cook the food, the cooked food is totally different. The molecules of the cooked food are totally different from that of the raw food. So cooking of food is also a chemical change. Bursting of crackers. When we burst the crackers, it produces heat, light, smokes it gives out, as well as it produces noise. So this is example of chemical change. And rusting of iron. Rusting of iron, if we keep any nail in water or in the moisture or outside, so after some times we'll see a red brownish color substance deposited on the nail. What is that? That is called a rust, which get deposited when the iron get exposed to moisture and air. And from the rusted iron nail, we cannot get back that shining of the iron back. So, chemical changes, these are all the examples of the chemical changes where a new substance takes place. A new substance is formed. A chemical change is accompanied by the change in color. Now, when rusting of iron takes place, it results in the changing of color also, because when the rust is deposited on the nail is become of the reddish brown color. Release of energy in the form of heat and light. When you burst crackers, it produces heat, light along with the noise. Production of sound. Again, this is the example of bursting of balloon or bursting of cracker. When we burst a balloon or when we burst the crackers, it produces sound. Change in smell. Spoiling of food. This example of spoiling of food. When our food gets spoiled, so it produces very foul smell. This all occurs due to the chemical changes in the substances. Now, what are the uses of chemical changes? Not all the chemical changes are harmful for us. There are many chemical changes which are useful for us too. Like burning of fuel produces heat which is used to run vehicles, to cook food, or to generate electricity. So this is a big use of a chemical change, because if we do not burn fuels, then how we would be able to run our vehicles, or how we would be able to cook the food, or how the electricity is generated. So by burning of fuels, we can cook our food, we can run our vehicle, and we can generate the electricity. Next, in the extraction of metal from their ores. When we take out the metals from their ores, then the many chemical changes takes place, and these chemical changes helps us to extract the metal from their ores. In the purification of metals, when we get the metals, we have to purify these metals, and for the purification of metals, many chemical changes takes place. In production of soaps, detergents, etc. The soaps or the detergents that we use to wash our clothes, or the soaps that we use to take bath, they all are formed by the help of the chemical changes or the chemical reaction. Many medicines are also produced by the result of different kind of chemical reactions. So I hope you have understood the examples as well as the effects and the uses of chemical and physical changes.